Right now, Metro service is coming to Verona. When and where the new route will run. Also, the finale to Black Restaurant Week. We take you to the tastes, sights, and the sounds. And the share ride driver is held at gunpoint. All that we know so far. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 5:30. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. A business near Wisconsin State Capitol was struck by gunfire early Sunday morning. Officers were dispatched to the 100 block of King Street just after 1 a.m., where a window at an occupied business had been struck. The Madison police said none of the occupants inside at the time were struck and there were no reported injuries. Police say some witnesses reported the shot came from outside the business and the vehicle was reportedly seen leaving at a high rate of speed. No arrests have been made yet and an investigation is ongoing. Madison police are investigating after a rideshare driver reported being threatened at gunpoint early Sunday. Officers were dispatched to the 900 block of Delaplane Court, where the driver picked up two men and drove them to that area. Police said one of the men displayed a gun and demanded the driver's money and cell phone. As the driver began to hand them over the items, the men ran away. The driver was not injured and nothing was taken. Officers searched the area but did not locate the suspects. The driver described the suspects as black men, approximately 19 to 20 years old. Now let's go ahead and get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, what should we expect as we head into our Sunday?
We're going to watch as more showers and thunderstorms pop up on radar 3000. Again, we're watching that stationary front for that primary area where most of that activity will develop. But this is also going to help pull in a low pressure system that is developing now out towards the Dakotas. It has been a quiet day. We haven't seen a whole lot in the way of rain activity, which is definitely some welcome news, especially for parts of southwestern Wisconsin where they were dealing with some flash flooding concerns in parts of Crawford and Grant County. We'll take it up to La Crosse and Monroe. That's where we do find a little bit of some shower activity. This could clip northern parts of Vernon County as well as enter into Juneau and Adams County over the next maybe hour to hour and a half. Future track is going to keep us primarily quiet until we go into the early morning hours on Monday. And from there, we're going to continue to watch as scattered showers and thunderstorms move on in. That's that low pressure system rolling through the Midwest. We're going to talk more about what we can expect in terms of total rain in the full forecast, but we'll leave you with this. Low to mid 60s tonight, another hot and humid one with scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly after midnight.
All right, sounds good, Blaze. We'll see you in just a bit. Today is the last day to participate in Madison's Black Restaurant Week. They are closing out the week with a food taste jamboree on Madison's south side. You may remember it was rescheduled due to the weather after being canceled all of last week because of the storms. Our Tanisha Shaw has more.
Carmel Jackson is the owner of Melly Mel's Soul Food.
So I did turkey, I did dressing. We have a holiday bowl. So you have dressing on top of turkey, and then you have some gravy or something on it with a side of candied yams and green beans.
Since Melly Mel's opened in 2010, they've worked with Madison's Black Chamber of Commerce at events like this, the $5 Taste Jamboree.
Them putting it out and putting signs all over is just great, you know. Just one more support that I get.
The chamber originally wanted to host this event on August 10th, but organizers canceled the event because of severe weather.
Oh my goodness. I was devastated. For one, I was doing barbecue for that day and I was already out in the rain. So my hope was that it would stop.
You know, we can do rain or shine. We don't mind that. We're not afraid of rain. But the lightning was really, that's the problematic piece.
Thankfully, on Sunday, it did not rain.
Historically, we've done the Jamboree the last day of Black Restaurant Week. So it didn't work out the first day of Black Restaurant Week, but, you know, as historically been presented on the last day and of the closing of Black Restaurant Week, here's the Jamboree along with our Farm to Table event. And
Jackson is grateful for the opportunity because it helps her small Black-owned business grow, and it also allows her to pass the baton and help other small businesses.
I want to support them. I want to give them some pointers if they want to, you know. We just need to thrive and grow. It's enough. Everybody's hungry.
Tanasia, thank you. Starting today, Metro Transit will be debuting a full-service line in Verona. Route D2 will provide all-day service. It'll run every 30 minutes on weekdays and every 60 minutes on weekends. Paratransit services will also be available. The new route will connect riders to the Ice Age National Scenic Trail, Verona Park Ride, and Verona Area High School. You can pay virtually or by credit card or pick up a pass at Verona City Hall. There's more to come on News 3 now at 5:30. President Trump is set to host President Volodymyr Zelensky. More on that after the break. Washington on Monday as President Trump welcomes in Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky along with multitudes of European leaders. Willie James Inman has more from Washington.
The White House is preparing for Monday's meeting between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. A number of European leaders will also attend, including the leaders of Germany and France, as well as the Secretary General of NATO.
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
The Oval Office gathering will be the first time Zelensky has returned to the White House since a disastrous meeting with President Trump earlier this year. On Sunday, President Zelensky met with the president of the European Commission, who told reporters there can be no limits on Ukraine's armed forces or outside assistance.
Ukraine must be able to uphold its sovereignty and its territorial integrity.
Zelensky emphasized the importance of Europe and the U.S. standing with Ukraine.
And it's very important that you are with us and that we speak to America and we speak together. And it's important that Washington is with us.
Monday's meeting comes just 3 days after President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska, a meeting that ended with no announcement of a ceasefire. On Sunday's Face the Nation, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said President Trump is intent on achieving peace between Ukraine and Russia.
Right now, this is the biggest war going on in the world. It's the biggest war in Europe since World War II. We're going to continue to do everything we can to reach an agreement that ends the dying and the killing.
Secretary Rubio said both Ukraine and Russia need to be prepared to make concessions.
Both sides are going to have to give up something in order to get to the table, in order to make this happen.
President Zelensky said Sunday any territorial matters should be discussed at an eventual trilateral meeting involving Russia and Ukraine, as well as the U.S. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
And coming up after the break, Blaze Keller returns with a complete look of your First One forecast.
A dry Sunday. We are looking at a little bit more rain activity as we head into the overnight hours, and those scattered showers are going to continue as we head into Monday as well. But the good news is we actually look to dry out a little bit sooner than what we had previously thought. It's kind of looking like maybe we start to dry out as we head into Tuesday. Clicker's a little dead. I'm going to try this one, and if not, we're going to have to take it full screen, and I'm going to have to manually do this, and it looks like we're probably going to have to do that. So if we could go full screen, that would be great. I apologize, folks. There is a look at our estimated rainfall over the last 72 hours. You can see two places in particular that really picked up quite a lot of rain over this past weekend. Parts of Crawford and Grant County, and then stretching from Juneau and Adams County into Ashar, Green Lake, as well as Marquette South into Dodge, Jefferson, parts of Dane and Columbia County. That was the path that those two rounds of showers and thunderstorms took on Saturday. We do have a little bit of rain off into the La Crosse area and then back into more of Waterloo. We're going to watch as these slowly make their way eastward as we go mainly into the midnight hour onwards into early Monday. So we're looking at a medium chance for excessive rain in the yellow further to the west this evening into the start of Monday. And then for the rest of Monday into Tuesday, that shifts more into southern parts of not only our forecast area, but Wisconsin as a whole. Here is that low pressure system coming in as we go into Monday morning. The center of that low pressure is going to be in northern parts of Wisconsin. So its cold front will pass on through as we head into the afternoon. That could spark another line of showers and thunderstorms. Doesn't look to be a great severe weather threat, but of course we're going to keep an eye on it. We're still looking at isolated spots of rain, anywhere between a half an inch to maybe an inch and a half to 2 inches of rain. This is going to be if you're hit multiple times throughout the day on Monday into Monday night. So not everybody is going to see these high rain totals. All right, there is a look at the latest with Hurricane Erin. She's a Category 3 hurricane, expected to become a Category 4 as we kick off the start of next week. This cold front, though, I put it on the map, that's actually going to help possibly keep her more into the Atlantic after she swings around the Carolinas back into the North Atlantic. There is a look at your 7 and 10 day forecast. Again, we are quieting down, folks, starting later Tuesday with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s to low 80s as we head throughout the second half of next week into the upcoming weekend.
All right, sounds good, Blaze. Coming up in sports, the Brewers looking to keep their streak alive against the Cincinnati Reds for most consecutive wins for a franchise. Could they get it done? Next in sports. Last night, the Brewers set a franchise record for most consecutive wins with 14 straight and look to extend that against the Reds this afternoon. Top of the ninth, crew down 1, and William Contreras answers the bell, and he would hit a 2-run homer of his own to take the lead, 2-1. And then later in the frame, Reds have 2 on, and Jose Trevino would send a shot down right, tying the game up at 2 apiece, and eventually that would send us to extra innings. Let's go ahead and see this highlight from Jose Trevino, sending that shot down right and bringing 1 in, and once again that would bring us to extras at 2 apiece. And the Brewers looking to keep this streak going, but things just wouldn't go their way. The Reds were able to get a hit down left field, bringing in a runner, and that's their first time falling in just 15 games. The Brewers lose 3-2 is your final. And a final check of your first one forecast is coming up when we return. That's a couple weekends or so as we head into, the latter parts of the evening. What should we expect?
We're going to continue to remain dry. I think we stay dry until after midnight. That's when our next low pressure system will be out of the Dakotas into more Minnesota, bringing us a better chance for those scattered showers and thunderstorms, which will mainly stick around throughout the day on Monday into the morning, maybe a brief break into the early afternoon, and then the cold front as it swings on through will bring us another chance for showers and thunderstorms to end Monday. But that gets us to the dry period sooner. Looks like we'll probably dry out starting later Tuesday morning and stay dry through the rest of the work week. Take a look at those temperatures. Very comfortable. Low to mid 70s at times, low 80s Thursday and Friday. It's going to be a very nice work week once the rain wraps up.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Blaze. 60 Minutes is up next, and we'll see you back here at 10.